Only one big match here today. The matchup between Wigan and St Helens. 12-4 half-time. Anybody's game so far. It's a rivalry that goes back well over 100 years, back to the 1890s. And for as long as they're playing rugby league, there'll always be this rivalry. This is just another chapter in the history of Wigan against Saints. And how is it going to go, Jonathan Davis? How do you see this one unravelling in the second half now?
It's been a bit of a stop-start game so far. No one's had real momentum, and there's no pattern to it. So I think defences have been very good, and they've slowed the play of the ball area down. They've slowed the tackle down. And I just feel that you haven't seen a lot of James Roby, you haven't seen a lot of McLaurin. So I think if that happens, then anything could happen. But as Brian said, Wigan will come out now with a big bang and want to go 2 scores in front.
Well, St Helens painfully aware, of course, of how momentum can work in a game. They very nearly let their lead slip against Widnes in the last round of action. Was it 30 points in the last 10-15 minutes? They just about hung on that day, so they know there's nothing in it here. 8 points, 2 tries. That could all change in the blink of an eye. But just as that could work in Wigan's favour as well, because they could run away with this game with a quick burst of scoring. So both sides know that they have to have their full concentration as they start this second half. Wigan the side in the cherry and white hoops, if you're watching on and maybe not familiar with rugby league, but enjoying this occasion.
That's better defence from St Helens. They read that play very well.
It's just a half break threatened. McLaurin wants to get to his feet. Tompkins pushing Flanagan out of the way so he can get on with it, and then roaming over to that right-hand side and drops it off for Hughes to have a go. That's tackle 5. Here comes the last. Wigan still a distance away. They'll be looking for a punishing kick if they can here. Luluai. Up it goes. The chase is on. Makinson. Injured in the first half, it seemed, but fully recovered in the second.
And again, as Ian said, the kicking game hasn't been that clever.
The robust early exchanges of this second half, both sides just gaining their momentum again, gaining their feeling of the game again in the opening exchanges. There's Clough. Roby now from dummy half will pick up and run to his right. McGuinness with quick hands back on the inside to Wellens, but he can't get it away, and that's the 5th. Here's the last. They want it clean for Lomax to get the kick, and Lomax does get the kick up and high. Tompkins will hear the chase, but he's caught it well, and then he's pinned down nicely by Gary Wheeler.
Good take.
Damien Johnson on the touchline. What news, Damien?
What a summary of what the two coaches said to their teams at half-time. Sean Wayne, the Wigan coach, praised their side's defence. Said they did well to keep Saints down to 4 points. Need to clean up errors in the second half. Stop conceding penalties. Mike Rush, the interim Saints coach, told his players they need to turn field position into points. They've not taken enough advantage of Wigan's mistakes.
Here's Finch. Lima desperately trying to get the ball away, but held on to, and again they're on the 5th. Again, it's a little bit of an arm wrestle at the start of this second half, isn't it? Surge one way, surge the other. No great distance found by either, but the kick here, just asking the questions of St Helens. Now, can you bring it from deep? Francis Melly, first of all. Good chase by the Wigan line. Dave Whelan and Ian Lenigan by his side. Ian Lenigan, the Wigan chairman. Dave Whelan, of course, the owner of Wigan Athletic. United in their passions for the town of Wigan today and tomorrow.
And that's the mistake they were looking for, Wigan. Just watch him pick up the tempo here now. Great opportunity. 3-man tackle. Ball in one hand, and as they turn in, ball is dislodged.
And there's Eamon, the St Helens chairman as well. Eamon McManus looking on. So all the bigwigs are here, aren't they? McLaurin at dummy half. Wigan sense an opportunity here. Well, that's unlucky. Oh, not unlucky. It's Just downright loose, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that has, been the tale of the first, 43 minutes. Unforced errors. Here he comes.
Hawk with the urgency, setting a platform. McAlorum picks it up and spins it to Luluai. Runners right and left again, including Tompkins, who came from behind.
That's a great tackle. Great tackle. That was a fantastic play. Fainted to come inside. Tackle had to be made.
McAlorum. Ohio's there to wrap up the route, but a penalty, offside.
And such a difference with the quick play of the ball, all coming from the mistake, then the penalty. I know, very, very quick play of the ball. It looked very threatening then.
Here's Luluai. This is Finch. Hawk. Oh, it's lost by Carmont in anticipation of the shoulder of Lomax hitting him, and St Helens escaping. And a real let-off for them.
Well, they certainly worked on the right-hand side defence, because Lomax now they've numbered up very, very well. No overlap, and the tackles have been made.
It's a good run by Makinson. Here's Flannery. Damien Johnson, more news, Damien?
Yes, just an update on the injury situation with Epalami Luaki. He's very shaken, he'll play no further part today, no surprise I guess there, but Wigan's doctor Chris Brooks has given him some stitches, several stitches inside the mouth, but the good news is there's no jaw damage, but he's out of this game.
There's Lomax half wriggling through. St Helens gaining momentum. Roby will add to that now. Running from dummy half, and McCarthy-Scarsbrook crashing forward. Well met by McAlorum, but here comes Ohio. McCarthy-Scarsbrook's involved again with a short pass. Wellens rolls it back, and McAlorum simply stood and waited for it. Straight to him.
Well, certainly was in offside position there, because he didn't attempt to go back in the previous play of the ball.
Seemed to have two minds as to whether he should actually go for this.
Yeah, I know.
Eventually he did. Lima with a drive. Two score difference in the game in Wigan's favour at the moment. This is Luluai. Here's Finch. Hawk again, offering himself.
And again, the passing is just not clinical enough. They're just a little bit behind them, slows the momentum of the movement down.
Luluai. O'Loughlin. Lima to his right. He's decided that he's going to take them on by himself down the middle. Here's a kick again. Finch. Makinson underneath it with a lead. It has been taken in mid-air, but then lost again by Gelling.
Yeah.
Hand over for St Helens.
Good effort by Gelling. Good jump. I think he out-jumped Makinson. Gets above him.
Very nearly. Penalty for St Helens. That's a reliever. That will take them further downfield.
You can see what Mike Brusher said. They did make the most of the Wigan mistakes, and as Sean Wayne said, we just got to cut our mistakes out.
Oof. The swinging arm from Hawk is why that penalty was given away. The nastiest of collisions. Here's Roby. St Helens again working their way back inside the Wigan half here. Clough. Roby. Ohio. No. Flanagan. Inch by inch. They make their distance here. McGuinness. McAlorum got in there, but quick hands and terrific hands from Roby. Lomax now. Flannery just trying to hold them off, and then when it went wide, it was dropped. Wheeler will be very, very disappointed with himself, because there was just a hint of something developing on that left-hand side.
Yeah, Flannery done well. Got on the outside of his man to create the 2-on-1.
So it's tied at the start of this second half, isn't it? It's rather engrossing still.
Like I said, just nobody getting any kind of dominance in any area. Too many mistakes.
Luluai with a feed. Here's Charnley, the winger, who's stepping in for the initial burst. Lima. All rather straightforward at the moment. Two sides looking for a little bit of territory and a little bit of momentum if they can work it in their favour. Lawaki just looking on. That's his role for the rest of the day. Luluai throws it back to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin past O'Hire. His pass has gone back behind Charnley. He did well in the end just to hold on to possession. Luluai. This is Finch. Finch with a direct approach now, and then the step off the left. He's beaten Wellens. He's beaten them all, and he's put Wigan in a commanding position. Wonderful individual try by Brett Finch, the man from Melbourne, with a devastating run.
Well, that's what these sides can do. You know, a bit stop-start and then a bit of individual magic. Hits the hole, just sees the gap, he throws a dummy and accelerates. Left foot step, gets on the outside. Just watch. Lulai carries. There's the dummy runner. Catches them out, lovely dummy, and there's a step. That's a great try. Just watch the dummy run as it comes up. There it is, it holds the players, and then just a split second where your weight goes on your left foot. Finch spots it, throws a dummy, accelerates, a lovely step on the outside of Wellens.
It's the kind of thing you used to do, isn't it, before the rheumatism set in?
But what, you know, that's the joy of watching a great dummy run. Just holds the defence and creates the space for your half-back.
16-4 at the moment. Charlie puts this over. It's 18-4. It's a 3-score difference. Those in Cherry and White are highly amused at the moment. The kick is wide. Ooh, wild, wasn't it?
That was a poor kick.
16 points to 4. Wigan lead as a result of this moment. Magical moment by Finch.
Well, watch the dummy run again. That's the dummy run. Just holds up Sean McGuinness and allows that split second for Finch to get on the outside.
Robbie Hunter-Paul would have enjoyed that as well. Robbie? He enjoyed it so much he's lost for words. Wigan in possession here. So St Helens looking to keep them as deep as they can inside their own half, because Wigan just have a sense here that they can take this game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, tails are up now.
McAlorum, O'Loughlin, Finch again, this time looking for distance with a kick, making Wellens work hard. He has worked hard, he's back, he's taken it. It's a decent chase by Hawk and by Carmont and by Gelling, and the three of them do the business.
Good kick and chase.
Lomax, here's Flanagan.
Oh, great hit.
Robbie Hunter-Paul, what do you make of that last try?
Well, it was a fantastic try, scored by some good lead-up play. The game was, after half-time, coming up, just being a little bit scrappy, and I think it's the players being nervous. I'm sure both coaches would have come in at half-time and said, guys, we need to protect this ball a little more and respect it. But this is a dangerous time for St Helens. Wigan just seem to be starting to lift at this point in time, so they need to make sure that they snuff all things out and get straight back into the game.
McGuinness goes down on the fifth rather, so here comes the last. Indication from the referee that Lomax needs to do something here. The little diagonal kick. Tompkins readjusts, has support from Charnley. Charnley grasps it to him and then skidding forward, but it's a very solid St Helens line.
They need to pick it up a little bit now, St Helens. Be aggressive in defence, try and force errors in the Wigan half. That's what they've got to do. Great pick-up.
That was a great drive by Gelling and a very quick play the ball, and suddenly the momentum with Wigan, and Tompkins is able to scamper it inside the St Helens half. Finch. Here's Hawk. This is Carmont.
Yeah, I just feel it. He's looked a little bit lost, doesn't he, Gelling on the left-hand wing.
Here's Hawk again. Just through one tackle, pushes off another. Tompkins. Anxious not to run behind the player and give the obstruction away. Right it goes to Hughes. Jack Hughes, through two, gets it out to Charnley, but it's a poor, difficult pass.
Yeah.
It's a difficult position that Hughes found himself in.
Yeah, he did all the hard work, didn't he? Did the break. Just watch. Gets his hands free. As he's going down, throws a pass just a little bit low for Charnley. They're making huge inroads now into the St Helens defence.
Well, the Wigan fans finding their voice.
Keep going. Sam, midget, arms over.
It's a really key period of the game here. 12 points difference, so by no means won, by no means lost. But a screw is being turned by those in cherry and white, and St Helens need to respond quickly. At the very least, get play to the other end of the field and start to build some pressure from there. Here comes Flanagan.
Well, they haven't had any field position in the second half, haven't they?
Lomax. Shenton.
Good. Move this time, boys. Joe. That's square, get
Ohio.
It's 4.
Still threatening to pass and then trying to shoot, but swallowed up by the Wigan defenders. Wilkin off the left foot, he'll be feeling it. He's not played since Good Friday and that shoulder injury, but if he is, he's not letting it show because that's a super kick. Just puts Wigan on the back foot. They will get possession here, the Wigan side, but they need to work from deep now.
Nice kick. I think he'd be a lot happier.
Ian Millwall, what are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I think if you're a rugby league purist, you'd be looking at James Roby saying he's rated one of the best hookers in the world, but at the moment they have not won the ruck area, St Helens. Their forwards have probably lacked a bit of spice and sort of roughness of a derby against Wigan, and because of that he's been nullified at the moment, James Roby. I think if we all look at the game so far, we sort of say, where's James been? I think that's a byproduct of the forwards not being able to win the battle there to create the momentum and the leverage for him to take advantage of it. So they need to win that, Saints, if they need to get in the game, but also use their most potent attacking player, and that's Roby.
As Prescott to his feet, McAlorum, who occupies the other role, the opposite role, if you like, from dummy half, is just able to feed it on, and here he comes again, McAlorum, this time Luluai. Farrell comes back, they're keeping it tight down the middle, they're just making the momentum work right down the middle here at the moment. Wigan, they're inside their opponent's half on the 6, and Tompkins, they'll settle for that. A high kick towards Gelling. Gelling's taken it, and it was quite clearly forward, but there was an opportunity there.
Yes, wasn't cleared up by St Helens. Gelling again, good chase, trying to get the offload in.
It's an inventive kick, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. All onside. No one really called for it. Good take. Gets the offload away, that's try time again.
On a different day, fortune would have favoured him, but not today. Frankie done well to offload that. Roby. It's a little scruffy at the moment, but yeah, Flannery falls on it.
It's very, very scruffy now. As Ian said, they're not winning the tackle area. They've been slowed down, nullifying Roby.
There's Wilkin. Roby again. Ohio looking for touch, looking to put Wigan on the back foot, but it gives an opportunity here for Tompkins to run it clear. Well met by Johnny Lomax. Two young players who will be starring, no doubt, for Great Britain for a good time to come. Sam Tompkins and Johnny Lomax. Robbie Hunter-Paul has a thought on the touchline. Robbie, what is that thought?
Well, it's just a matter of adding to what we're talking about, the St Helens forwards not getting forward at this point in time and giving Roby the opportunity. I think a lot of that credit has to go to Wigan's defence in the middle of the park. They're forcing St Helens to try to move the ball early because they're absolutely getting no purchase, and that comes down to Wigan's three-man tackle technique. Two people up top, one person taking their legs away, and absolutely control the speed of the play the ball.
O'Loughlin bullying it forward.
They're just controlling the game now, Wigan at their own pace.
Finch kicking for the that little corner patch. Wellens picks it up. Good chase on like Carlton. And make sure the job's done there. No easy route out here for St Helens, but it's made into something special here by Makinson. This is terrific by Makinson. He tries to round Tompkins, and Tompkins just about has the pace to hang on.
That's a great run, Makinson.
Fantastic by Makinson. St Helens hoping to make it further special. Had they gone left, they had the overlap.
They had to go left. They can still go left.
They have a penalty.
Quick tap and go. The left, they've got to go quickly. Still numbers on.
Ohio wanted to take it quickly, but the referee says no.
Well, they had an opportunity there. Ohio. They had about a 3-man overlap on the left-hand side. What a fantastic run by Tom Makinson.
Here's Lafranchi. St Helens need a score quickly.
On the line. Oh.
Just over 20 minutes left to play. Here comes Roby. Spun away to Lomax. Lomax onto O'Hire. O'Hire now out wide again. This is Wheeler. Wigan's line is ready and waiting. Just a little lack of zip in the build-up there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
O'Hire again.
Very
Shuffling
unlike,
forward.
unlike Saints. Crisp, usually very crisp.
Here's Roby. Roby heads off. I think his own man got in the way, but he's managed to pick it up, and Lomax, and now the Wigan defence might be a little off its mark, so a chance for St Helens. Roby again. This is Shenton, looking to take them on and push them away. Finch holding on, restricting the options. There's still tackles to go, though. This is Wellens, back on the inside, giving it away. Knocked on, is it? Referee says, yes, it was. And that's a big call. It's St Helens head and feed.
You feel they need a score now, St Helens.
Time off.
Wellens in the middle of it all. And there's a knock on by Carmont.
Yep, he got it right.
Go, Bob.
So this is a big set of 6 coming up here. St Helens score. They're back in the game. Wigan hang on, keep them out, and maybe just dampen St Helens' spirits. Lomax, Roby, O'Hire. O'Hire with a little step, and he's still going off the floor. That's a big tackle by Harrison Hansen, because O'Hire was ripping his way through. Out it goes to Lomax. Lomax to Wheeler. Wheeler puts his head down over the line. Has he touched it down? The referee says, let's have a look again.
Oh, this is
Want to check?
it's a great effort.
Gets the ball back on the line.
That's a great effort.
Yeah.
There's a few things to look at here. Let's have a look. Oh, he loses the ball, doesn't he?
Well, he has lost the ball. Was it punched out? I think it was Farrell who's down there, isn't it?
How does he get it back? No, he touches it down, doesn't he?
Well, he's played at the ball. It's a bit of a philosophical argument, this, isn't it? Was that a ball steal, and should it be a penalty, or do you consider this the act of trying to score a try? The defender is allowed to knock that ball away. Video referee is Ben Thaler having a look at this.
Does he steal it, or does he? Well, I think the Wigan hand gets to it there.
Well, there's absolutely no doubt this is not a try.
Yeah.
In the simplest sense, the question is there at the back of Ben Thaler's mind the idea that he might be thinking of a penalty try here, certainly a penalty for St Helens, or is this just a knock-on?
That's definitely played at by the Wigan player. Left hand goes in. It'd be interesting to see where the ball ends up. Who gets it? Does he reclaim it and then puts it down? Who puts that ball down? Who puts this angle should say, does he regather and then put the ball down? That ball is hit out.
No, there's no. His arms are nowhere near it.
No, hang on. Who gets the ball?
Well,
Run it on. You keep running on. No.
Well, it is no try. That is definitely one decision that we can conclude from that. But what's he going to give here? Well, we're having a look. We're waiting. The decision has been made. Simply a question of pressing the button here to let us all into the secret. Ben Thaler, have you called this? No try. Goal line dropout. So lost possession in the act of trying to score the try.
You can usually say by the player's reaction if he scored or not.
But the Wigan man has knocked the ball out.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So that's the decision that's been given. Any other part of the field, there was an argument for that being a penalty. for St Helens, but because it's the act of trying to score a try, then I think the defender's given a little more leeway.
You've got to try and, you know, cover the ball up, otherwise the attacker scores. Makinson.
St Helens will be encouraged though by how close they came, knowing that they might just have Wigan teetering a little here. They have a penalty, so they will get closer. And they'll have more tackles up their back, and it's all getting a little feisty. Soliola and Hock having a set too. You would not want to be in the middle of that.
It's been brewing from the first tackle, that has.
Hock's involved in the tackle.
Again, yeah.
Third man in.
Puts the hand on the face.
Soliola's nowhere to be seen.
There he is.
And then here he comes.
You wouldn't want to be in the middle of them two, would you?
Could have been a lot worse than it was, couldn't it?
Yeah. Discipline.
Here we go. He's going to have a little word with both of them. No, it's not. It's McAlory.
Defence is by you, hand in the face. Okay, goal move, and you still get your hand there. That's a penalty. See ya.
No, he's going to have a word. Sia Soliola is the man to be drawn out.
Look, there's no reason whatsoever for you to come in. The penalty's going to you for his offence. Okay, there's no need for you to come in. Okay.
But it is a penalty for St Helens.
Still the pressure is on.
So it remains a really important passage here. They seem to have had possession, had the ball for a long time now, Saints, but they need to do something with it. Roby. Here's Wilkin. Across to Lomax. Lomax with a dummy. Again trying to rip a hole in that Wigan defence, but not succeeding, not quite. So Roby stands and waits and slips it back to O'Hire, who spins it away to Wilkin. The short pass where Wellens was waiting in the line for the full-back's position. O'Hire. Here's Perry. Well to get it away, and it's knocked on. Is it by Lafranchi? Yes, it is. Thought he got away with it for a moment.
Aggressive defence again by Wigan. Very, very aggressive. Just watch. Hock goes in, big hit, and just tries to offload it. Lafranchi drops it, knocked forward. Pressure is relieved.
Well, they're giving themselves a pat on the back, the Wigan defenders, for surviving that spell.
Wait, Tommy, heads in. Heads in. Wait, mate.
Remember the mathematics of the situation. 12 points the difference. 2 tries, 2 goals by St Helens would be enough to take us to golden point extra time if they weren't to concede, of course, but they have not shown too many signs of getting over that line. For all the pressure they've had, the closest they came, of course, Wheeler having the ball knocked away.
And they're usually so clinical. They just haven't been clinical.
Here's Prescott. This is McAlory. Luluai. Hughes.
They're going to defend it a lot better out wide on both sides.
Luluai inside again, and Harrison Hansen just angling his run. 5 gone, 1 to go. So Luluai kicks downfield, looking for touch, looking to put St Helens on the back foot. Wellens wasn't sure whether to go for it or not. It was an awkward ball. Eventually he takes it safely and cleanly, but those extra few steps giving Wigan's defence the chance to move up quicker. They could do with a miracle escape similar to the one that Tommy Makinson provided.
Yeah. And again, controlling the tackle area.
Francis Mellick, 3 times Challenge Cup winner. Sean Wayne, Wigan coach, 1-time Wigan player. Wigan through and through.
As Hock again with a late tackle, carried on through the tackle. Again, it's discipline. That's all Wigan got to sort out. I think they're in control of the game at the moment. When they've got possession, going through the tackle count, good kick, but yet the discipline's been very, very poor. And that's what's keeping St Helens in the game at the moment.
Well, it's a heavy spell of possession that St Helens are enjoying at the moment. Well, they're doing
Back up.
They're doing a lot of their playing inside the Wigan half as well, but they need more than that.
Move.
They need a try.
Hold, go.
Here's Roby. Lomax. Again, they come from the angles. Wellens.
I think Ian Millward said in studio that Paul Wellens is their strike runner. They need to bring someone else in as well to help him. They've got him covered.
Perry put down. Roby roams into dummy half. Up he gets. Left to O'Hire. Wellens, they're going nowhere at the moment.
Yeah, and again, it's Wellens, the strike runner, the go-to man. They need to vary it.
This is the last. They need something inventive now. Roby away to Lomax. He's the man who can create, but he's spun it out to Wilkin. Wilkin onto Shenton. Through the hands they go. Oh, and Shenton just tackled. Wigan come up with possession, and off they go through Gelling. Gelling now. Bumped down. Stopped. Lost it. Stolen.
Yeah,
Stolen.
Johnny Lomax. I think that's frustration more than anything. Two-man tackle. As clear steel as you will see. Shenton tries to get his hands free to get the pass away. Gelling takes it. That is the clearest penalty you will see.
Time off.
Well, they'll take their time here. Gelling is actually in an offside position here. Now you see the second half possession. St Helens dominating 59%, and the territory as well 58%, but it's turning all of that into points, which has been their undoing.
They haven't been threatening, have they?
In by Paul Prescott.
And this will be a solid set from Wigan.
O'Loughlin.
They'll carry, they'll put a good kick in.
Move, John. Square up.
McAlorum. Here's Luluai. Not many passes so far. 3 drives inside their opponent's half. McAlorum again. Now it moves a little wider, but Tompkins wrapped up well enough by Shenton, and Shenton's winning the wrestle here. Well, he got round his face. That's what the referee's given. Shenton was a little high with his arms.
Let's have a look at this. Yeah, well, you can see what he's trying to do is wrap the ball up, but anything above the shoulders, that's it.
Michael.
They've decided to go for goal here as well.
It'll have to be 3 scores then, so
Yeah.
2 points takes them away.
Thoroughly pragmatic decision, and you would be making a thoroughly pragmatic decision by joining us for the Red Button Forum a little later. Send us an email, rugbyleague@bbc.co.uk, or tweet us, #BBC Rugby League.
Seamless link there.
And tomorrow, of course, live Challenge Cup, more Carnegie Challenge Cup on your screens. BBC 2, 10 to 3, Catalan against Warrington. And then, of course, after that, the draw for the semi-finals. Leeds already through, Wigan edging their way to joining them. Will it be Catalan or Warrington? Will it be Huddersfield or London? That's the other quarter-final tie tomorrow as well. Charnley puts the right boot through it, and he's certainly got the distance, and he certainly has more than just the distance, the range as well. Right between the uprights. They believe this is an early celebration of a victory here.
Yeah.
They're beginning to believe it's a route too far back into the game.
They've got to pick their tempo up now, Saints. Got to be a little bit more clinical. Hold the depth a little bit in attack.
Still plenty of time for this to turn around. Have St Helens got the wherewithal to make that happen? That's the question. Here's Harrison Hansen leading the charge away. McAlorum. Luluai.
Nice and simple. Take the ball up. Good kick, Chase.
O'Loughlin. Nothing too fancy in this set. Here we come to the last, so Tompkins puts the kick down. Wellens. Catches on the full. Mellis there in support now. Can he produce something magical here? Just hits it in, and 3 Wigan defenders were robust in their defence and making sure that there's nothing given away.
Wigan Park have been dominant, haven't they, defensively?
Ohio. Soliola. Shenton.
And again, they're on the back foot, they're lateral, they're going wide too early. You've got to earn the right to go wide, but you've got to go by going forward. Get on the front foot, and they haven't been able to do that, and that's been their big problem.
Well, it's a penalty for Wigan. Josh Perry. And he's given another 10 metres away because he said something to the referee.
Well,
see what the referee has to say.
I control the ruck. You can't go whacking him on the head. Okay, you know, the amounts of stuff they've got on the rucks.
That's just simple enough, isn't it? I control the ruck. You can't go whacking him on the head.
you know, when you've got the ball as well.
McIlaurin's taking his time with relating his decision to the referee. Eventually, it is going to be a tap. Perry's not back 10. That was a complaint. Here comes Moss up with the initial drive. A try here for Wigan, and it's game over. You would have thought.
Yeah, they've gone for it now.
McIlaurin at acting half again. This is Finch. Finch to Luluai. Luluai to Tompkins. Tompkins with that defining style of his, sashaying to the right, but mopped up by those St Helens defenders. Luluai. Hansen. 3 gone, 3 to go in this particular set. But just about 10 minutes remaining. Finch. Hock grabs it in and then loses it. It's a fingertip take in the first instance.
Yeah, good tackle though. And Shenton goes in. It's a very good tackle. Hits the ball carrying arm.
Here's Lomax with a feed. St Helens needing a miracle now. The Wigan chant has begun. They sense they're getting closer and closer to a semi-final place. Remember, it'll be the first time in 12 years that St Helens have not featured in a Challenge Cup semi-final. They've been in all the previous 11. They have lost the last 3, which is a bit of a painful memory for them, but they have been an almost permanent position in those semis. Not this year, it would seem, unless they can produce something magical now in what remains. Going backwards at the moment. Shenton picks it up. Wigan's defenders are hungry for work, buoyed by the confidence of a winning lead. Ohio with a kick over the top in the chase, hoping against hope. Tompkins simply got in his way. It was like a speed bump. But Luluai's there to back it up and get possession back.
Again, there's no platform there for Saints.
To Charlie. Box coming off. That's a little roar you can hear down below us as we watch this again. Acclamation by the Wigan supporters as he came off. Here comes Harrison Hansen. McIlaurin. Luluai. O'Loughlin. Steady away at the moment from Wigan. They don't need flamboyance at this stage.
They're just very conservative now.
Finch. Ferguson underneath it, Gellings after it. Gellings got it, Gellings caught it. And what about that for a release? It was quite clearly forward, but if that had gone to the hands of Farrell, that would have been sensational.
He's winning everything in the air, isn't he, Gelling? Absolutely everything.
He's one of those players who you can imagine, you know, over his career will have some really fantastic moments to put on his CV, but equally he does look capable of making quite a few mistakes, doesn't he? Saints have to move it, Saints have to get on with it. Here they go, Wheeler with the dummy, goes back on the inside. Too many Wigan defenders for him to make a real break. Roby. This is Wilkin. Now they have a chance through Melli on that left-hand side. He puts the foot down and off he goes. Will need support on the inside. Oh, and he had it. Luluai got a hand to it. Luluai knocked it backwards. Very good save by the Wigan scrum half.
Was that the last throw? Francis Melli, great break.
Farrell
Chance.
riding the challenge of Soliola. Now there's an opportunity for Gelling. Gelling on this left-hand side, covered well by Makinson. Never really looked like he was going to get away. Farrell takes it in, lost it. Shenton played at it after the tackle had been complete, knocked it away. Again, frustration. Penalty for Wigan. They'll take their time here. Well, what a frustrating day it has been for St Helens. A terrific start by them, that early lead, 4 points to 0 after 6 minutes. And they really did set off as though they had the bit between their teeth, but that was to be the last of their scoring, at least until this point. Wigan have ground themselves into the lead, taking their chances when they were offered. And Mike Rush knows this is the end of the road, surely, for St Helens' Challenge Cup run this year. Here's McAlory. Oh, Mossop knew he was running into trouble. The ball bounced off his chest.
Yeah, I think, you know, Finn just throws the ball to the floor in disgust. Just hasn't been a classic, a lot of mistakes. But when the opportunities have come, Wigan just taking them.
Still a chance, of course, of a repeat of last year's final, Wigan against Leeds. Certainly those two are the only certain semi-finalists at this stage, and you'd have to make Wigan certain semi-finalists, wouldn't you? 6 minutes to play. Wellens, Wheeler, up to Melli on that left-hand side. A bit of bustle provided as well by Francis Melli, the former New Zealand warrior. Ohio, it's McCarthy Scarsbrook. Just inside Wigan territory by a stride or two. Ohio, Lomax to Wellens to Shenton. But he's well marshalled, well watched. Makinson, Wellens, Sia Soliola now, again a direct approach attempted.
Yeah, he's been quiet today, Soliola.
Roby, Lafranchi, flat, Wilkin. Gets himself out of trouble the first time, and the second. Has he? No, he hasn't, because unbeknownst to him, Harrison Hansen was waiting to chop him down at the knees from just behind. Here's Lomax now. St Helens looking for a final push. Tompkins across to take it. Wigan survive. Wigan have possession.
It's very strange because they usually so threatening.
Tompkins looking down that blind side. Well, you've got the duty today, the honour, some would say, of selecting the man of the match.
Yeah, I just feel that, you know, I think the Wigan pack have been very dominant offensively and defensively, and just given that platform for their half-back. So for me, with a try scorer in the second half, he's controlled the game. So my Carnegie man of the match is Brett Finch. There he is.
I think he waved to the gantry there to say thank you, didn't he? And here we're going to find themselves under a little bit of trouble, and it is Finch who has to try and get them out. Under pressure, the kick is not the best, as you'd expect, and Wellens pass a little bit on the extravagant side. Ohio gets it, but that's the way the game is at the moment. St Helens.
Yeah, I think Saints want it loose because they haven't got any, you know, go forward, and that's been the problem.
Today's man of the match, chosen by the match sponsors, Biffles Waste Disposal, is Wigan's number 6, Brett Finch.
Roby, Wilkin, Wellens, Lafranchi. Just name them the sponsors man of the match as well, and just as well it's the same player. Also Brett Finch. Here's Wilkin. St Helens looking for one last thrust here. Game's gone, surely.
Yeah, consolation. No penalty. Charnley.
Lefranchi trying to fool that Wigan defence by pretending he was going to pass, but he kept a hold of it, and Wigan's defenders were not fooled. That's 5 tackles they pulled off. St Helens now have one final attempt. Ohio Wheeler's lost it, and it's been knocked on, and Wigan will get possession back again, and that has been a large part of the story of the game, hasn't it? St Helens have had their position, they've had that possession, but they've not been able to provide the cutting edge.
Yeah, we've had classical, derby games with these two sides, but today, for some reason, basic errors, discipline, it's been a scrappy game. Wigan, as I said, just taken their opportunities. That has been the difference.
Tompkins takes the quick tap. St Helens defenders were looking the other way, a lot of them, and he almost got through.
I think they'll be happy with the result. Sean Wayne won't be happy with the performance, maybe, but it's all about being in the draw.
When you're playing St Helens in a Challenge Cup tie, never mind the quality of the performance. Feel the width of the beam if you've won. Luluai inside, Harrison Hansen takes them on, skipping forward. It works the other way, of course. St Helens would have been equally as smug if they'd have pulled this off today, but they haven't. So the bragging rights go with Wigan. McAlorum. O'Loughlin is going for a trot goal. He's not scored many of those in his career.
That just sums it up, doesn't it?
And he's certainly not scored that one. So a tap back on the 20. It's a rather unsatisfactory end to the game, isn't it, really? A minute and 20 left to play.
Move, Chris! Sean, wait, go. Move, Liam, here!
I think Makelson's had some lovely runs today.
Certainly plenty of players, haven't they, St Helens? Plenty of talent. It's just not been their day today.
I think the thing has been Lomax and Wellens, have done most of the running, but they need something more. The Wigan defence has coped easily with them today.
Fantastic effort by John Wilkin, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Out injured since Good Friday with that shoulder, and he's played a full 80 minutes, hasn't he? Here comes Lefranchi. Lefranchi with the offload to Wellens. Wellens now sees the run of Wheeler, puts the kick through intelligently. Charlie's back there, dives down and catches it. And if Al-Habsi, the Wigan Athletic goalkeeper, makes a save similar to that tomorrow, he'd be very pleased. 15 seconds to play. You'll hear the countdown shortly.
Yep.
As we hit the last 10. Here it comes. So the hooter sounds, and a big hug for Sean Wayne and Iestyn Harris, the head coach, and his assistant. First and foremost, they've beaten St Helens. Little else matters in these parts. But secondly, it will also dawn on them that now in the semi-final of the Carnegie Challenge Cup, one step away for a return to Wembley Stadium. St Helens denied a semi-final berth for the first time in 12 years.